I'm back. It's me again. Hello. Back for another fucking day in hell. Back again to you fucking people. How's it going, chat? How goes it, huh? Goisting up, he's here. Back for more goo. I can hear your bones cracking. I see. Boy, oh boy. How dare you jump scare me? Deserved. Listen, you come in during the... You come in during the intro, where there's just music, and you don't expect a... like some kind of scream when I show up. I feel like this is pretty standard at this point. I've gone from having not much to talk about to having too many different things to talk about, chat. It's a good problem to have, but it is funny how these things stack. Fucking hell. For I guess starters, you'd be so proud of me. I only watched one video today. I've only watched one bad video today. Only one. It was also it was the only video I watched, and it was probably one of the worst. Holy crap, chat. My first mistake was looking at a tropes video from a romance novelist. I guess. Like, that was... Because for once it wasn't, oh hey, here's some art tropes, you know, or specifically character tropes. It was just, here are 10 tropes I hate to see in writing. From a dark fantasy romance novelist. So, oh boy. For one, the one I think was funniest right off the bat was... She didn't like... you know what? It's opened up in a perfect way to make me instantly be like, not a super big fan of you. Opens up with them being like, hey, just so you guys know, the dark fantasy romance novel I wrote was written the best work ever written by some random award thing that nobody knows about. So instantly I went, I don't know. I feel like if anything I wrote was given an award to call it the best piece of fiction ever written, I would just say, you're fucking lying. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't believe that at all. Mine? I don't know about that. No, here's the thing, Izzy. It was not it was tropes they didn't like in all of fiction. It wasn't just romance. They had a separate one for just romance that I didn't click on. But we open up with that, first of all. This bizarre self-aggrandizement to be like, I've written the best piece of fiction ever. You should read it. Plug, plug, nudge, nudge kind of thing. But, second thing, which, unfortunate for her, I admit, most grating voice I think I've heard in any video I've ever watched. It was difficult to listen. It was that really kind of very nasally it was like the Karen voice. I don't know how else to describe it. It was I feel like, well, you know, that kind of voice. It was nails on a chalkboard. But I got through it. I got through it for us. And that was before we even got into the tropes. The tropes themselves, I was like, oh my god. So one of them, chat, worse than Lois Griffin. Lois Griffin is way more palatable than Lois Griffin, but even more chalkboard. All I'm thinking is Mandrake doing a little review. Mandrake is Mandark. Why'd you say Mandrake? Mandark is awesome. You're in the right ballpark, guys. You're in the right ballpark for sure. But the one of the tropes that was just my friend Drescher. What are we talking? I don't think I know who Fran is. I described it to friends as she's like Grace Randolph if Grace Randolph was a novelist. That's sort of the voice we're talking about. And Grace Randolph's a whole other can of worms that we don't need to get into right now. But I'm just gonna tear the band-aid off. One of the tropes that they just hated in everything was a mentor. A character that's a mentor, chat. They were like, you know what? I just don't like it. I don't like mentors in fiction. How dare you learn? I don't like mentors in fiction because it's always the same story, apparently. And then also, I think that, you know, I can't relate to a person having a mentor, which was another fun thing because my brain instantly went, yeah, she basically said, I never had anyone teach me anything, so I can't relate to a character with a mentor. If anything, the characters who have mentors have it too easy on themselves. And so my immediate brain went, oh, she lacks complete self-awareness because there's no one in the entire fucking world who hasn't had a mentor. Everyone's taught stuff by other people. I never had anyone teach me anything. Yes, we can tell. It was pretty tough. But that one blew me away. Just the concept of a mentor character is I don't like that. I just instantly hate it. It's really silly. Yeah, the wolves were his mentors. So there was the mentor character. Then there was like some very romance specific ones, and my brain just goes, guys, what are you people reading in the romance genre? My god, there was like something, I can't remember exactly what the term was, but it's essentially when the character is or has a sex slave, I guess. Ownership romance or something like that. And I was like, huh? What? Okay. A lot of these people just do hot takes to get views. I don't even care about these tropes. Can't imagine going, ugh, another mentor. No more. I disagree. That's the easy cop-out thought, Doc, to save your sanity is, oh no, they go, oh no, they don't actually believe this. They're just doing it for clicks. Issue is, they aren't just doing it for clicks. They do believe these things, Doc. I'm sorry. They believe them. Like, I listening to this woman, as grating as it was, I think, oh yeah, she probably absolutely believes all of these things that she's saying. I don't think she's playing it up at all. Trying to be like, no, they don't, is... Oh, people have very strange opinions when it comes to media. It's just... Especially when they're content creators, I suppose, because then you have to sort of... your base feelings... I guess content creators in the specific sense of content creators who are doing stuff about storytelling. They'll tend to have more stranger opinions because they try and codify their feelings into something that is sensical, I suppose. Rhyme is stronger than me. If I don't like someone's voice, I can't listen to the whole video. Fair. So there was that, and then there was what was another one? Not the trope of friends to lovers, chat. It was best friends to lovers. Specifically, she hated best friends to lovers. Well, we'll agree to disagree on that. You could be wrong. That's fine. I'm sorry, dude. They believe it. I've watched enough of these videos. They're not saying it for clicks. Just not true. She hated when Harry met Sally. Why? So the reasoning of it was really the funny part of that one. It was, why weren't they already lovers if they were best friends? What's going on? Why is it now that they've decided to be that? Her thing was it that one of them suddenly got hot? And I was like, what? It was so confused because like, what do you mean? The story could be them being thrown into a scenario that they've never experienced before, and that's what kind of indicates that change. Like, you can have a best friend, and then it was like, why haven't you, if you've been best friends with this person for ages, why haven't you mustered up the courage to speak your feelings? You know? Oh, she was dating other people, that she or he, I guess, was dating other people? Why didn't you take that as an answer? Like, I don't know. It was just the most bizarre reasoning I've ever fucking heard. Blueberry Bean, whoa, I like your model. Thank you very much. And for the follow as well. Because there needs to be tension for a reason for the romance. And then I guess one of them was, she said something specific. She said something specific, like a specific word for it, but essentially, she said the meet and cute or something. She said one of the best parts of romance is the meet and cute. And because it doesn't have that, because they've been friends for so long, it is therefore bad. A meet cute? Yeah, what is that, Emily? You know what, apparently you know what that is. What is that? Not a meat cube, a meet cute. I trust Emily on this. She's the librarian. She knows books. She understands words. A meet cute is just when two people meet, not even specifically romance. I see. Okay. Thing where they first introduced to one another. So that is the best part of a romance, apparently, to this person, is the meet cute. Okay. Well, now that's even worse. Now that's even a worse reason. A cute / endearing or amusing first encounter between eventual romantic partners. I see. What? What? All right, dude. I don't understand. I don't fucking get it. I still can't get. I just think the mentor one was so crazy. The mentor one blew me away, chat. Like, oh. The mentor one of I've never been taught anything in my life, therefore I cannot relate to someone being taught, is just, it's so fucking funny, chat. It's so funny. Oh, what else was there? There's fucking, oh boy. I think with my brain. The thing is to, why do you need to? Well, you don't. Okay, my hottest, a real spicy take from Gravegrime is people who say relatability is what you need in your story are fucking, like, you need to relate to the characters in your story is fucking liars. Like, you do not need to, sorry, not relatability. You should be able to relate, I suppose. But I guess the thing has to be something I've experienced, therefore I need to relate to it. That's ridiculous. No, you can relate to Goku, but it's not, sorry, you don't have to, because what she was saying I cannot relate to someone who does that, but what she means is she doesn't feel represented by someone who did that, I suppose. It's, I don't feel represented because I didn't experience this thing, therefore I cannot understand it, which is a ridiculous thing to say. Full stop. Yeah. Grimes live, it's all downhill from here. Well, then maybe you should leave, Makia. Maybe you should go do something productive with your time. Just fucking... Oh yeah, another one was, I worry about this person. We should probably check if they've written any killers. I don't know. They seem to dislike that concept, so I don't think so. What are we talking about? I watched a bad video about tropes this person hated and the reasoning for it's really funny. I can't relate to Yu Yu Hakusho because I never died and got resurrected as a spirit detective. There you go. There was also redemption arcs. Just doesn't like redemption arcs. Kind of flat across the board because this one paired with another trope they said. They don't like redemption arcs and they don't like villains' perspectives. They don't like having scenes to relate to a villain. Yeah. Yeah. Like they said, oh, what was the exact wording? Oh, what was the exact wording, chat? It was fucking it was I don't need to I know some I know some people are stupid, but it's not that difficult to understand greed, corruption, and I think there was some other third thing she said. And apparently that's the only way a villain can exist, is they're greedy, they're corrupt, or they're malicious. Those are like the only three ways a villain can be. And we don't need to know why they're those things. Knowing why there's those things doesn't matter, because we just need to know they are. And then that person, to relate to the redemption arc thing, is she said, I am a simple girly. I just want to see the villain kicked off the cliff. Like, that's it. Yeah, they don't like seeing the other side, and they just want the villain to be evil to die. Just seems like a common trope you have to list you don't like, but I didn't watch the video either. No, they were like, they were pretty common tropes, I suppose, but like they were definitely specific to this person. When you go through it, you're like, ah, yes, I see the things that you don't like in your fiction. And you're a dark romance writer? Checks out, makes sense. Kinda, I'm following here. This person sounds miserable when it comes to enjoying their stories, lol. Well, hey, Mike, they were also miserable to just hear, so that's fine. Final Fantasy XIV would reduce her to ash. I don't need to know the villain's perspective. That sounds boring. It's not necessary, but if the author wants us to know, then it's probably for a reason. Consider heeding it. I agree. I mean, I hate a certain redemption arcs, but well, then you're not against redemption arcs. You just hate bad ones. Like, here's the thing, chat. You can't hate a trope if you're just like, I just hate the bad ones. Like, then you don't hate the trope. You just hate bad writing. You know what I mean? This person must hate Maleficent. I don't know. But yeah, it was... It was something else, chat. That was a fucking video to watch. I was just like, you know what? It's like 30 minutes before stream starts. I'll just throw up a video really quick to fill the space while I kind of poke around and get stuff ready. And I was jaw on the floor. What the? All right. I'm getting a random call. I'm going to ignore you. Leave a message if you have something you need to tell me. But here's the thing, chat. This is where stuff gets really fun. I don't know why, chat, whenever I stream, I start getting phone calls. I never get phone calls otherwise. It's like they know. It's like they're listening. But... I've got like a thing about phone calls too. Not like a ooh, they scare me. I get like an anxiety spike whenever they happen because of the fucking. I've had 2 experiences with random phone calls out of nowhere. That have just gives me it's like an irrational fear to getting a phone call out of nowhere. Because one was about my cat dying. suddenly and randomly out of nowhere. And then the second one was my dad exploded. So I just go like, what the? The walls are listening. It's true. She was a dark romance author who never received an education by her own account. Her having bad takes isn't surprising. Yeah, he exploded in a big old fireball. I mean, he lived, but you know, he did explode. Look, my life's full of fun adventures, fun things, but chat. How grim? No, he's all right. He had some bad burns on his hands, but they're fine now. This was years ago. The cat did not get better. But brain. Come on, brain. Yeah. So this is a massive shift from what I was like experiencing just beforehand, because chat, I took it upon myself this. But did the cat explode? No, it suffocated in a sock drawer. We think. But no. We're getting off of that. We're going to nice things. I took it upon myself this morning to watch Monsters, Inc. And I'll tell you what, chat, still holds up. Still holds up. Still real good. I think there's some funny things about it. I realized some stuff watching it. I was like, oh, hey, interesting that. I really like it. It does really well at getting you to, dude, you like Mike and Sully from the fucking get-go. Drop of the hat. Their first scene together is great. You know everything about them. I like how they're treated, where they're not really celebrities outside of their work, because they just work at like a power station. It's sort of like if you worked on an oil rig and did a dangerous job on the oil rig, people would kind of look at you and be like, good job, dude, for doing that every day, so I don't have to. But outside of that, you're just kind of a fella. And so people just are like, oh, I like them because they're nice and chill. Still a contender for one of my favorite Pixar movies. I think I would agree with that. I think it'd be perfectly fair. However, I do find it funny that there is a tiny little throwaway line that I think actually throws a wrench into Monsters University. And I think that's really funny. It doesn't necessarily break Monsters University, because there's ways you can like explain it away. But I was like, oh, hey, that's interesting. Oh, no, not Monsters. No, yeah, like Monsters University has some stuff in it that's nice, but I'm not like head over heels for that movie or anything. Yeah, it's the fourth grade line where fucking Mike tells Sully about, like, they talk about sort of an event that happened when I think it was either Mike, I can't remember which one it was, because again, this was at the beginning of the movie. But they tell a story, they recount an event that happened when they were in fourth grade. They just explained it as a monster phrase that, Ash, I don't know, dude. That feels like cope. That doesn't even feel like as good of an explanation as I was going to provide to explain it. You've been jealous of my look since the fourth grade, pal. Yeah, you see, I think that was very clearly not the implication in the original. Obviously, yeah, the implication of the original is that they were best friends since they were kids, which I think... No, don't worry, Ash. I know you're just telling it. I'm just talking about it. I'm just examining the line. I'm not yelling at you. But, yeah, I think the story works much better if they were friends since they were kids. They just grown up together and they're working together and everything like that. Because they have things they butt heads about. That whole movie is them butting heads with each other. In a lot of ways. But they care about each other a lot. And yeah, Monster U changes it so they became friends in college. And that is just a worse change. It had been so long since when I watched Monster University. It had been so long since I watched Monsters Inc. that I just never realized it. And I bet most people didn't. But watching this again, I was like, oh, hey, wait a minute. They retconned that and made it worse. Interesting. Funny how often that occurs. But yeah, it's a very sweet movie. I like it a lot. I'm a strong defender of Monsters University, but I do think it's weird that they retconned their backstory. Well, you see, they had to do it to make their story work. They had to do something different. But, which is a lame excuse, but yeah, also, we're half an hour in. I should at least get us to the art bit now, because I've been sort of picking away at things as we've been talking, and this conversation might go on a bit. So here we are. We're building this throne of graves, and I saw them in the chat, but we're doing CD's characters. His King Skelly, and what is the demon lady's name again? Alista. There we go. Raiders? Oh my goodness! From Yaku Aku, that's a good name. Hello! We're under attack. Just when I switched to it, let's go! Shelter in place, raid in progress. Everyone, hit the fucking deck! Get down! Hello, everyone. You're raiding my castle? How fucking dare you? Hi, I'm gonna go back to talking about Monsters Inc. in a second, chat. But since we got 7 new people in here, who probably haven't been here before, I suppose I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. Recently, you know, Twitch, it says in the title, but Twitch celebration, I hit 500 followers on here. And since it's Artfight, we've decided to do a mass attack for the people who follow me on here. And it's gonna be, this is day 5, it's gonna go the next 5 days as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So, get comfortable. You recognize those two. I said your name about it, CD. I hope you would. I said your name. I referred to them. You were away. You were away. Excuses. Fucking excuses. You're taking a break over the weekend? Yeah. I do not stream on the weekend. I can't. 7-day-a-week streaming, Ash, I would die. I would explode into dust. There's not a chance. No way in hell. But yes, okay, anyway. Back to what I was saying, chat. Yeah, I think my one little problem with Monsters Inc. is they did the thing, chat. They did the thing. The whole, like, we're angry at each other for 2 minutes, and then I reappear to save the day. But, like, this one's really weird. Monsters Inc.'s little, they have their spat, and then kind of reconvene is really strange, because Mike just fucking shows up, guys. He just appears. He's just like, I'm here now. And I go, so did you do the sled thing that Sully did as well? Did you also build yourself a little sleigh out of the Abominable Snowman's spare parts and slide down? I guess so. And then, and then just appears to save him. I don't know. My thought process, because, like, here's the thing, chat. I think you could actually fix that really easily. Like, it's not so much like the Toy Story problem of how does Buzz, like, know to become a toy kind of thing. Yeah, he followed him real fast. Happy streaming, you need to, yeah, get food. Gotta go on! But, it's an odd thing, but, yeah, he shows up, but what you could have easily done is just have it that they have their little argument and, you know, Mikey decides to, because he'd want to go home. That's my thing, is Mikey would want to go home, and the Abominable Snowman told them how to get home. And so they would work together. They'd have their argument. It'd be like, hey, we're done. You know? Thank you for the follow, by the way, Yaku Aku. Again, good name. But like, you have their little spat, and they have their argument, and they're kind of like getting over it a little bit by the end. Right? That's sort of how that movie goes, is they're arguing. They both clearly aren't, they're angry at each other, but they're not happy that they're fighting, and they want to get over it and stuff like that. And instead of just having to turn away and then Sully goes to do it, they decide to work together. But Mike says, oh, because Mike wants to go back home. He doesn't want to be stuck in the human world. He thinks that's like an evil place. He goes, okay, we'll go back. But after that, you and me are done, Sully. It's over. And so you just have him go back. And then you have the events play out how they normally played out, you know? And, he ends up going back to help Sully with Randall because he's like, I can't just leave you or whatever. You know, they work together to get back. They split from there, and then he goes, geez, I can't. And then he goes to help him. If you need that fucking moment, I guess. I just think there's a better way you could have set it up, I say, to Pixar. But it's a small thing. It is a small thing, Jared. It is a small thing. Like it doesn't shatter anything, and that movie is real nice. Just have them not fight, easy fix. Well, no, because like Izzy, I understand why they fight. I get why they fight. Like Sully is going crazy. So it's like Sully is. There's absolutely a point where Mike should be just done with him. Be like, what are you doing? And then have them have their fight and just have them talk through it. Because the reason it's there is they want to build some tension between the two because it's sort of been building the whole time. It makes sense that it exists. I would just have it that they have their fight, they agree to help, but like we're done now after this, which is a really sad thing for them as characters because they've been friends since they were kids. And then how you fix, and then through the events of saving Boo, they end up in a better spot at the end. And Mike's like, you know what? I'm not gonna, you know, we're not done. I can't, yeah. I can't do that to you. Who's gonna look after you? You know, that kind of thing. There's absolutely ways you can have characters fight and argue like that. What the fuck is up, Grime? Oh, you know. I'm just talking about Monsters, Inc. because I watched it this morning again, and it's real nice. Just talking about various little things I noticed. So yeah, because yeah, it definitely is something that Mikey did need to have a fight with Sully at some point, because to Mike, Sully is acting crazy. I think that is something that definitely probably needed to be there. There needed to be that kind of catharsis for him. It's just, I don't think they really needed to have it that they abandon each other. You could just threaten it and then not follow through. And it would really achieve the same kind of thing. I think. It would achieve a stronger thing. Because as it stands, you know, Mike just shows up randomly with a snowball and throws it in Randall's face, so. There you go. But very sweet movie. It's got heart, chat. It's got that heart in it. It's a very good little story, and I like it a ton. When I was watching it, I had tons more stuff to praise about it too, and then I watched that other video that I talked about earlier, and I was just like, fuck. And it's taken all the joy out of my heart. I'm doing CD's characters right now, Alex. Monsters Inc. is a good one. It is. Oh, I know one thing. There's a scene sort of after they've first gotten Boo into like their apartment that I really, really like, chat. Wait, you have Joy in there? Yeah, believe it or not. and it's the moment where Sully first puts Bo to bed, and he sort of, how it works is he sits there to show, like, he sits down and he shows that, you know, oh, there's nothing, you know, I'll sit here till you go to sleep so you know that nothing's gonna come out of the closet and scare you or whatever. And we see from his perspective him looking at Bo in the bed, and it's like, we're supposed to be, oh, you know, that's cute. And the nice thing about it is we think that, and then he gets up and sort of, he has this look on his face, chat. He has this look of like, that's cute. And then there's a like a little tiny expression he does where he goes like, that's a weird thought. He doesn't say that's a weird thought, but he gives the expression of, oh, that was weird, kind of thing. And you can just tell exactly what he was thinking. And it's just really good. They don't say it at all in the movie. From there, it just proceeds to him talking to Mike about like, hey, I don't think that, maybe, you know, maybe this kid's not actually dangerous. Maybe they're not toxic. It's crazy, but maybe. It's a really good bit of storytelling in that he had the thought and he recognizes the thought and goes, that's a fucking weird thought to have, but then it bothers him. Yeah, well, it tells you a lot about him as a character. It's not just, oh, look, the audience is supposed to go, aww. It's actually something for Sully. You go, huh. He goes, what the? Because that's what he would think. It's like, you know, you see a zombie and think it's cute. You'd be like, what the? Or some monster or something. Just one of those things where you're like, huh. That's a crazy thought, but like, it's weird that I had that thought. It's just very well done. I praise that. There's lots to praise in that movie. I can praise it to high heaven for sure. If it wasn't sullied by a dark romance artist. Hey, why aren't you killing me? But they don't need to say anything, right? It's just this thought process. Yeah, it's like, what in the world? Because in their world, that would be a very alien thing. So it's just good they keep that continuity with itself, you know? And it's something that Mike keeps throughout, is he thinks it's all crazy, the whole movie. He's like, this is ridiculous. Hello, hello! Welcome. We've been going over Monsters, Inc. There we go. Monsters, Inc. is a classic. I agree. It's a well-deserved classic. Having watched it once again this morning. Well-deserved. Well-earned. Really only has one sort of complaint from me, and it is just that one little bit. Your eyes are killing you. Contacts suck. Get better eyes, bro. Get better eyes, broski. Enjoy the little extra bit of Sully going, huh, guess they aren't toxic after a bunch of stuff. Like he was willing to suffer the consequences to help her. I think he probably, honestly, from watching the movie, I think he probably realizes they're not toxic, early on because he's around them to such a degree. I don't remember him saying, huh, they're not toxic or anything like that. I think it's more of, he thinks what the audience is thinking and goes, that's a weird thought, that's strange. But regardless, yeah, it's all the little acting bits in it, like all the little choices they make is very good. First thing she does is touch his tail, true. So, yeah, definitely stuff to learn from that movie. I think it's potentially people have thought about using it as an example a little too literally, maybe, which probably bears a little bit of why that trope is so prevalent. Like, it didn't invent the trope of, oh, hey, it didn't invent the, like, you're now, like, the 2-minute breakup trope or whatever, but it didn't help. It did not help. No, not the lion and cub trope, no. The Act 3 disagreement, yeah. I love the relief of Boo overcoming Randall. That's a good moment, yeah. It's fun where she decides to become the monster. Yeah, and it's got lots of really good stuff. You can... There's tons in there that you can praise for sure. Absolutely. I'm just glad I watched it again and went, oh, you know what? Still holds up. Still a Pixar classic. Yeah, still real good. Solid idea. Lots of fun. Like, conjuring, they managed to make Boo, and all she says is Boo, Kitty, and Mike was like, well, no, she also goes, you know? She also just makes nonsense noises. But yes, they do very well with her. Despite her model not looking the best. she's a little bit uncanny, but it's fine. Daughter of Crazy Dave. Accurate. But I think I also, yeah. Solid stuff, for sure. I think next one on the list is Finding Nemo. I believe. Early Pixar human designs, my beloved, and how they're so weird. They are very weird. They are very strange. Rewatching Toy Story 1 and 2 did make me recoil when I saw the kids. It didn't make me recoil. I was just like, ah, yes. Ah, yes. The before times. Before, like, the Pixar style, so to speak, was a thing. We had the alien children. The Pixar humans only got better after The Incredible. Well, we'll see. Next on the list is Finding Nemo, I'm pretty sure. So, might depend on if Finding Nemo has good human designs. I don't remember entirely. Arctic, glacial take. Andy was an ugly kid. Yeah, you know, he could just be ugly. Ah, yeah, the limitations of the time. I don't think people really appreciate the limitations of the time of, like, Toy Story. Because holy crap. They made those things move with numbers, guys. They made those things move with numbers. That's how they animated them. It's ridiculous. I mean, I remember the Brace Kid being horrifying. Yeah, but isn't that the point of Brace Kid being horrifying? I don't know if that fits into the same camp as what we're talking about here. It's more of, do they fit into Uncanny Valley? Numbers and coordinates. Finding Nemo gets around it by having like 3 to 4 humans in it as whole. What are you talking about, Edza? That's how many Toy Story 1 has, really. You only see about like 3 or 4 humans in Toy Story 1. You see Sid, you see Andy. I don't actually know if you even see the mom. Can't remember now. Like her face. I know you like see her. Yeah, there's not very many. It's just the factor of very new technology, and they got way better. Yeah, that's Sid. Yeah, I was gonna say Sid. I was just trying to figure out if the mom was also there, because I couldn't remember if you see her face or not. You do see her face, but I think that's in the second one. All of Andy's friends who he invited over for his birthday are just his model recolored. There you go. You see the lower half of Sid's sister, I see. But no, yeah. It's been a fun time bringing my experiences with them. So far, chat, so far, haven't had any ants rants about the Pixar stuff. Yet. We'll see. I might get a stinker, who knows? I have major doubts about it being the case, but who knows, man? Maybe Finding Nemo's a real stinker. Maybe. I remember liking Finding Nemo a lot, so I have my major doubts, but who knows, dude? It'll come up and I'll be like, huh, that fucking fish. The worst. And then you guys will look at me and be like, you didn't watch... Dude, you're not describing Finding Nemo, you're describing Shark Tale, dude. What the... Huh? It's very easy to forget how primitive the tools were back then. Mocap would have become viable for another year-ish after Toy Story 1. Nah, early run Pixar was pretty consistent. I agree, but you never know. It's interesting that they were able to make the toys look good even back then. But even though the humans are stylized to a degree, they still came off so strange looking. Yeah, I don't know. It's a... I think they stylized them, but almost like they were still trying to make them look, I don't know. I don't know what it is about the humans. Maybe it was like an actual design choice for all we know. Well, I mean, we might know. There might be an interview saying that making the humans look a little strange was a design choice, but not quite sure if it's the right one. Never forget the Ice Age, baby. The little... You know what I learned recently? Apparently Shark Tale is super beloved in Latin America. My bud who lives in Peru told me he was shocked that everyone hates that movie in America. I have not seen Shark Tale in many years. Who knows? Maybe it's awesome. But I have my doubts. Sort of like I have my doubts about Finding Nemo being bad. But you never know. You gotta revisit these things from time to time, chat, when you have a better understanding of the scale. The meme about the Ice Age baby being 10 feet tall. I do not. However, I do have an Ice Age meme, chat. Would you like to see it? Would you like to see an Ice Age meme? I gotta scroll for it. There we go. Here you are. I can't remember if this was Makia or not, but someone... Right, new from movie. No, I didn't want to do that. I want new from... Someone made Baby Grime out of the Ice Age baby. Like a really sad version of the Ice Age baby. There you are, Baby Grime. Was it you, Harari, that did it? I don't remember who did this, but I remember the call it happened in. Goo Goo Gaga, motherfucker. Kill it? What the fuck? Didn't think the Gravekeeper was a baby. I thought he just existed. This is my first instance of me seeing this. What a terrible thing. I think you just forgot, Harari. I think you just forgot, because I'm pretty sure this occurred during that big first initial conversation everyone had in the fucking D&D server. I was sent this by one of your flock. I'm not saying you did it. I said it was sent to me. I'm not saying you're the culprit this time. It was just in that conversation that you existed in. This begs the question who the Gravekeeper's parents were, and you'll never fucking know. You demand lore? Too bad. Too bad. I want lore. No. You decided to choose the character that had the fucking goofiest existence and therefore required the least amount of lore. You will not be getting it. But they're my favorite. Yeah, well, you have bad favorites, and you should feel bad about your choices. That's what I say. I love your work. I hope there's more to it. No. Go away now. I cast you out into the dark. Fend for yourself, fool. The grime is a cold one. Always so mean to me. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. That good enough? I think that's probably good enough. Got this little thing. There we go. Skeleton. All the basics, chat. Skeleton. Hell yeah. Hey, Gravegram. I'm currently eating breakfast. If the Gravekeeper had a cereal themed after him, what would its name be? We came up with one of these at one point, chat. I feel like they just be called tombstones. I feel like they'd be called tombstones, and they'd just be little pebbles, like actual rocks. But, not a monster. They'd be actual rocks, but you would get little tombstone-shaped marshmallows. Ectos. These are lame names. These are the most basic names. No! No! You gotta be more creative than that. That's why they're just called tombstones. And it's just a bag of actual rocks with little marshmallow tombstones in it. I thought that was pretty good. Nah. Bad and lame. Get better material, guys. God. I'm judging chat now. That's what I've decided to do. Fine, Groist. Grimy grays, basic cereal pieces are tombstones, but the marshmallows are green grime blobs that turn your milk green. Also, you see, there you go. That's a better one. I'll have the marshmallows with my hot cocoa. Will it turn your hot cocoa green? Corny, my literal pebbles. Yes, it will. Ugh. All right, 1 second, chat. Gotta run around the corner and grab some freaking water. Ah. There. Judging, you're emotionally killed me. I'm dead inside. Okay. We'll get the rest of you eventually. You know, it's just like we're marinating you. You being dead inside will eventually be dead on the outside, and now your soul will be like perfectly tuned, perfectly ripened for whatever purpose. Whatever purpose I might have. Sword, his little sword. Would the Gravekeeper have a catchphrase on the box of, like, the other cereal mascots? Probably, but I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. Also, chat, I realized I should do this. This might not be done, but I did put some shading at the very least on Yuna here. I haven't gotten everyone set, but Yuna's got it a little bit at least. Might need to do a little bit more, plus her up a smidge, but like fixing this glow here a bit. This one still doesn't have its... I didn't get to shading this one yet. Again, I run around, chat. You'd be surprised how much, like, busy work you have to do to get a stream set up. It's kind of crazy. Or at least one of mine. I could also be stupid. And I did watch a movie. So who knows? We'll call the movie research, you know? It's so good to finally not be in Minecraft and just drawing alongside the stream. I feel like I could be pretty good backing for Minecraft. I get what you mean, but I feel like, you know, you could listen to me while you dive in the mines. Should I continue with the cereal bit? Are you getting tired of it? Do what you wish. I don't know how fun of the responses you'll get back will be. Because, you know, it's me. There we go. Subless. Well, there's one real easy way to fix that, Dylan. I don't want to dive in the mines. I want to draw. Well, I get that. I'm just saying I probably wouldn't be bad to listen to when you play Minecraft. By unfollowing, of course. Yeah. Get out of my community. I want you out of here. The subless are to be purged. Obviously, clearly. We gotta get them out of here. We gotta get rid of them. Sorry, chat. I was poking around and stuff. Excuse me. I am ready for the weekend though, chat. I am itching to do a little something that isn't Artfight and isn't commissions. I've been working all week. It's fun work, don't get me wrong. I am not tired of doing my Artfights or streaming and stuff. But cat, I'm sure everyone who has their own original stuff knows the call of doing their own things. I'm sure you guys get it. And I've been feeling the tug. Very good at streaming, by the way. Thank you. I found out, I'm apparently... Isn't this sad, chat? I'm apparently in the top 1% of streamers. Is that fucking sad? Did you guys have nothing better to do than be here? Yeah. Apparently, top 1% of streamers, it's like, you actually don't really need that many concurrent. You need, like, 20. A grave mogging token. The elite percent tax the elite. What are you gonna tax me? There's a shit ton of people who stream like once or twice, yeah? Yeah. But it's a neat thing to know. I'm like, oh, huh, okay. I will continue to be ridiculous. Oh, wait! Raven's here! Excellent! Oh, wait, they've been added. We'll wait. Actually, the bar is even lower. It's around more than 5 viewers. Maybe. I thought it was... I didn't look it up, but my brother did, and they said it was like 20. Hello, hello. Hello. What? Whoa. That gets ridiculous. Viewers, I just share them around. What? Stop poking me. That's what's going on in that. I was like, what the hell's going on in that emote? Poking me. Fucking stop it. Ridiculous. I'm drawing a skeleton. That's what I'm doing right now. I smile. Jade alert? What? What is a jade alert, Hari? What is that? I'm trying not to yap. You can. This is the time that this is like the time you're allowed to, because it's I'm actually drawing your character, so you're technically allowed to. I appreciate you not wanting to derail the conversation too much, though. I really do. Not so lucky with a lot of other people. Gem alert, but Jade, I see. Oh yeah, but anyway, Raven, turn this off. I've done what you said, but I also might have done a little something else too. I rub my hands together. I go. I did what you asked of me. And then I did a little extra. It still has to have shading put on it, but you know. It's getting there. It's getting there. But yeah, so we're gonna Grave finally revealing his witch's side. I feel like I've done the horrible little goblin he many more times. It's probably what got me labeled as a gnome, honestly. You're welcome. Wait, I thought this one was yours. I thought this one was Chubby's. I thought this one was yours. I was like, I'll do them both. That's why there's a frog and a raven on them. There, yeah, okay. I was like, you uploaded them. What the hell? Bro turned into Gruntilda? You act like Gruntilda isn't a fucking fantastic role model. Like, she's not what everyone should wish to be, you know? My ucky ass doctor. Ugh. Ugh. But hashtag trolled. I would chat, I feel like I was in the middle of saying something and I completely forgot it. Completely left my... Oh, I remember. Never mind. Shut the fuck up, chat. Don't try and remind me. Never try and remind me. Fucking ever. How dare you? Piece of fucking shit. Anyway. I think, chat, we're gonna be doing this all next week, right? As I had decided. Or probably most of next week. Same shit, different day, you know? I love how kind he is. It's true, I am a fucking saint. I stick my booger into the stream. Well, that just washes it away, dumbass. Cleans your hands. You put it in the babbling brook. But since I'm doing this next week, I think what I might do Friday, because there's just so much. I think what I might like to do is I did it for my birthday, but I might want to do like a Q&A and also a showcase of the fucking wonderful art fights everyone has done for me. I think that would be fun, and I think I've gotten enough of those to fill a huge chunk of time, honestly. Again, far too generous everyone is, but Thought that might be fun. Doing like a tour, being like, look at this shit people did for me for Artfight, and kind of like celebrating them, be like, hey, give them a look, they're pretty cool. Enough, we're spreading misinformation. Hoari, I have more than enough! I have more than enough! That'd be cool. Yeah, I like to do the little, hey, look at what other people did. Check this out. We can talk about stuff, you know. Maybe get some OC questions to yammer about. Puts away my knife cutely. Does that mean like you put it away, you do a little curtsy? Do a little dance with it? Not enough. I need to finish this attack on mouse. Ooh. Well, he clearly deserves more. Alright, I know. My battle ratio, dude. Dude, it's all about the fucking stats, dude. There's way... You can't. Kind of shocked there hasn't been more OC yapping. Not against it. I live for that. Well, I mean, Ash, it's just because I've been doing Artfight stuff, right? That's what I've been doing most of these streams. Once it's not this, once it's not doing this, we'll be definitely doing a lot more OC talk. We'll be doing tons more character and story talk. The format of this stream will probably change a little bit. Change in the sense that I'm just gonna start yapping about my own shit and not about the random things I have to rant about. Though that won't go away. That won't leave. That's a staple. That's a Grave Grime staple. That's a goddamn Grave Grime promise. But you'll have me overly passionately sharing information that I probably shouldn't be about my stories. That's how Grave Grime streams were before. In the before four. You know? So we'll probably be going back to that. We still get bad trope videos summer? Yeah. Yeah. Those don't go away. I complain about the things I see. The only time those go away is if I decide, you know what, I'm not gonna watch these no more. And then you won't get them. But, you know, what might be, careful what you wish for, because what might take its place could very well be even worse and more frustrating to listen to. Ooh. Like, I gotta talk to you guys. Like, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I gotta talk to you guys for 6 hours. I gotta have something to give you. What would that be if not my takes on random, stupid bullshit? Me, man, I'm so bad at not yapping about story stuff. Gotta, as if you're contractually obligated. I mean, I'm contractually obligated by my heart. I want to give you guys a good show, I say, and I gesture to my backlog and go, you know, a good show. And I wince in pain. How long's this stream? It's Friday, so this is just another little 3-hour one. A short little 3-er, I say. Contractually gobligated. It's true, Nip. It's true. Hey, we all need a dream to chase. As if not yapping is an option. It is not an option. It's simply not. I think I built this stream on me yapping. I think me not yapping would be brand suicide at this point. I think it'd be all over, guys. Surely that's the only reason people are here. They're here for me. I wince in pain. Again. My fave breakfast to start the day. I guess you weren't here yesterday, for that, Enzo, because we actually had the breakfast chat, but it changes from time to time because I don't like to eat the same thing forever. I like to eat the same thing for large amounts of time and then switch it up. Such is the life of a meal prepper. But breakfast, ideally, I guess, sausage. I like a good sausage, chat. I'm a sausage feller. I like a tasty sausage in patty or dog form. There's no bias there. But to be fair, you know what? You know what, Ash? Hey, you say there's not enough like yapping about my own stuff. All it takes is a question. Questions are always fucking open. My whole, hey, keep it on topic is mostly down to, like, don't start yapping about completely inane bullshit. But hey, my own character stuff, given it's, you know, my stream, that's always on the table. Always. But yeah, I like a sausage. And probably, honestly, breakfast apple, always a good time. Love a breakfast apple. Which is just an apple you eat at breakfast, chat. It's not like a special kind. Yeah. I like me a good slice of toast. Those can do wonders for sure. Absolutely. Raisin bread? I don't think I've had raisin bread. This doesn't sound bad though. I was thinking it was an apple made out of egg and sausage. You could only get before 11 a.m. Wow. It's just like a horrible like orb of meat, a dripping greasy like. It sounds like something they would serve at like the burger joint in Invader Zim, the breakfast apple, and it's just meat and grease and egg and cheese. Ugh. Ugh. You know, it's the joke thing to show just like how awful the fast food is, like the breakfast menu is. Sounds tasty. It's the fact that it's in orb shape that I'm not happy about. I think it being orbular and it conjuring the image of just grease in my head. I think it's mostly down to the image. If it was maybe like a little dry. I'm imagining it wet, chat. Like it's very wet. I imagine biting into a gray apple and the meat juice dribbling down your chin. Mmm. It's spherical. Spherical. Which is, okay, chat, question. Here's a question for you, chat. What's better? Spherical or orbular? Well, it has to be moist or it's got no life in it. Keep up. It was screaming when we put it on the spherical. Orbendicular? That wasn't an option. Spherical for realsies, orbular for jokes. Orbular is a funnier word. Yes, it is. It is a funnier word. And it comes out of your mouth funny. Got good mouthfeel, chat. You ever gauge a word by mouthfeel? A bit of it, I suppose, potentially an odd topic, but I do it all the time. The Great Wizard Orbaniel! Oh my god. No, nobody does that but me. I see. Well, just another one of the Gravekeeper's funny quirks. I roll a word around in my mouth. I go, it's like a wine tasting. I go, that's a good one right there. Good vintage, you know. Excellent texture. How it dances around my tongue and tickles the back of my throat. Excellent. Gravekeeper being Quirk Chungus as always. I hate this guy. Chat, I hate this guy. This guy sucks. This guy fucking blows, chat. I'm looking in a mirror as I scream. But I'm pointing at Nip while I do it. They have a way with words. Shall we cancel him? Yes. It'd be so easy. It would be so simple, chat. You could all just take him down for me. It's time to get the dog pile started, you say. Oi patch. Perhaps. There we go. Oi patch. Oi patch, yeah. Oh. Excellent. Hey, we're only halfway through the stream. Not too bad. Not too bad. We've had lots of chats today. Chat. Aren't you glad that we've discussed the things that we have? Don't you feel fuller, like richer as a person now? Bleh. 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 And he's so humble too. I'm the... Listen, when someone says you're so humble, there's genuinely no correct response to that. It's like a catch-22. If you say, I think I am, then you're, like, you've proven yourself incorrect. And if you said, no, I'm not, then they just call you a liar. And you're also calling yourself not humble. So, like, there's no real way to answer that other than to explain how there's no real way to answer that. So really, in the end of the day, kind of a badass for getting it, like, correct. Just saying. Just saying, guys. I feel like I should probably be less humble if I'm real. You know, being totally super definitely honest with you, I should be less humble. I should be more conceited. My ego probably could be like a couple of floors higher up, you know? Penthouse suite, fellas. Been lurking, but have you been enjoying it? That's good. Troll riddle? It's true, the only way to answer it, and there is a way to answer it, is to fucking just be like, oh, well, you know. The only way to answer this question, it's a trick question. The only way to answer it is to explain that it's a trick. And then go, ha! You got it. Hey, some of us work real hard to keep that ego down. You guys don't do a very good job. You know, like, maybe you guys could do some better work or something, and then maybe I wouldn't be so awful. You went against my Sphinx-like nature? Oh. You're just... Listen, it's nothing for me to be proud about. You're just a really bad Sphinx. Really. You're just bad at your job, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Get better, I guess, which should be what I would tell you. Bring me a real riddle? Interesting, curious. Dude, I was so chill yesterday. I was so chill and we were having a good time, and then today, I'm aggressive. The fight's back. Dude, my performance review. Dude, you gotta give me... Come on, man. I have a question, chat. Do you guys actually get performance reviews at your job? Have you guys ever received an actual performance review before? I'm curious. Because, like, I did. I got performance reviews every year. Don't think so. That video altered your mood. It did. It put me in attack mode, dude. When I was employed, yes. My roommate does. He works at a bank. I do not. Haven't had a job in years. Well, then clearly the question isn't for you. But I didn't last time I had one. At an old job, yeah. Haven't for years. I got one, and they were the most... I guess it's tooting my own horn. Again, because I'm so humble, chat, I have to toot my own horn wherever I can. I used to get them every year when I was working at the studio. And they were like... I just remember going into them, and my supervisor and animation director would just be like... They'd just like shrug at me and just be like, hey, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. It was like... I wouldn't even call it performative, because there wasn't even a performance to it. They're just like, yeah, you got nothing to improve on, just keep going. And I go, okay. And then I didn't change a single iota the entire time I worked for the studio. Everyone just gave me the thumbs up, and I nodded my head vigorously and went back to work like a good little worker bee. They were the fastest shit in the world. A+ employee. Dude, I caused no problems while I worked there. I never got into worker drama. I just went, what do I have to do? I nodded my head, and then I did it. Sometimes I went, hey, there's not a chance I'm getting this much work done. And they went, okay. It was a great workplace. A- employee, yeah, there you go. Pari, why can't I have an A+ from you ever? What the fuck, dude? Why don't I ever... What do I need to do, man? You know, what do I have to do to win your respect? Come on, chat. What do I have to do to win you guys over? And then my supervisor told me that I couldn't possibly get any better. Then the mayor gave me the keys to the city. I don't think I'd want the keys to the city, to be honest. You need to buy the supporter pack DLC. I need the supporter pack DLC for what? My stream? Like I had to subscribe to myself? Whose DLC am I buying? The mayor's a chump. What good are those keys if they don't open anything? No, it was an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys had this in your performance reviews when you got them, but I was always asked, what do you think you, do you think you have anything you need to improve in? That's for you to figure out? Fuck you. It opens the door to the mayor's heart. Aw, that's so sweet. But I don't like the mayor like that, dude. You look at the supportive DLC and you see every chatter is $5 each. 10 for the swimsuit version. I gotta pay $5 for you guys to not be nasty to me. I thought streaming was the other way around, guys. I thought you guys paid me $5 to not be nasty to you. What the hell? Please pay $10 version. It's too hot for full clothes here. No, I don't think I will. Self-report ask question. Yeah, but here's the thing, Ash. I answered it honestly every time. And then just did the thing. They went, oh, okay. And then I just did the thing. I don't see much reason to lie in a performance review because they've seen your performance. Fun fact, for a few years at my current job, my manager didn't bother to talk to me about the performance review because she knew that I knew that she liked how I worked. That's kind of, so when the studio went remote, that's sort of how it worked as well, where it was like, I got a call and they went, cool. Like, it became even shorter. I didn't even have to go into a meeting room. I just worked as they were just like, yeah, you're good. And I went, cool. And then they hung up to go, I don't know, chew out someone else, I guess. Or in reality, probably just do their fucking job. I don't think any of them liked doing the performance reviews, chat. It was just a thing they had to do. they just, because it wasn't even a performance review by HR, you know what I mean? It was by my supervisor, so it was just another animator who was above me and went, yeah. And I went, yeah. And then it was over. It's great. It's fantastic. Oh, come on. Nice. My brain knows what I want my hand to do, but my hand just isn't feeling it. I wonder how many people are going to be in the full thing. Who knows, dude? I do not have that planned. The most you get from me is just what I'm doing that day. How many I've drawn out. No idea how many are gonna make it the whole thing. Wonder how many people are gonna be pissed off when they don't make it. 5 billion. He draws it till the thing in his basement stops beating on the door. Oh, alright. See ya, Sky. I thought you fixed it. I thought you fixed it, so it wouldn't do that. $5 billion enraged people. Everyone who doesn't show up is just gonna be really pissed at me. And I'm gonna groan and roll my eyes and be like, yeah, here we go. Oh, I see. Gravegrime IP leak if everyone who sent a link doesn't get added. You're gonna leak my IP? You got it on lock, do you? You're gonna dox me? I wasn't added to this mass attack. It's time to dox. Here we go. By my 50 parents. I've seen you people. You guys, parents is pushing it. Baby's first doxing wowie. Points to Canada on the globe. Get him. How to fuck? What the hell? That's. I told you that in confidence, Dane. What the hell? What in the world? Oh, I gotta get out of here. No, but it's fine. If it happens, it happens, I guess. My thing is, like, I kind of got other, you know, internet firsts early, so it's just is what it is. My brain, it always wanders back to the death threat. And I chuckle. I can't imagine you putting up a mass attack and people being angry about it. I agree. In reality, I think it'll be fine. If people are angry, they will silently seethe for not getting added. I don't think anything will come of it. It would be people who didn't get added to it, though, Dane, who would be angry. It wouldn't be the people on it. It'd be the people who didn't get the opportunity that would be pissed. But I think it would be a bit ridiculous. I agree. It would be very ridiculous. However, people can be ridiculous sometimes. That's an insane level of immaturity in my head. I agree. I think it would probably come from younger viewers, if anything. But all I'm saying is you can never be like, the chance is never zero, because the internet is a wild place sometimes. That's all. And I feel like Dane, I guess, I feel like it'd be less because, like, oh, it's just a random mass attack, and it's more like, oh, it's a celebration of people supporting me here on Twitch, and they'd be like, well, I've supported Gravegrime for this long, why wasn't I included? You know, that kind of deal. Toxicity of the graveyard. Google Doc where when Gravegrime didn't mass attack me. It is, and I'm proof of it. How dare you didn't include me? Ironic, because, I'm there, but, oh. Okay, you're saying ironic in the sense that, like, you're not at my streams or something? I'm like, what, did I accidentally add you when I shouldn't have? Interesting. If you don't include my OCs in this mass attack, I will steal your cat. Good fucking luck, dude. Good luck. And are you gonna steal both of them or just one? Are you just taking Cricket away, or is it gonna be DD too? I framed the Kliss drawing you drew for me, like that one Mr. Krabs image. You got it like printed out and up on the wall. I feel like I've drawn Kliss a couple of times. I have. I've drawn him twice at least. I support you, Gravegrime. Why didn't you include me? He shouts, voice being drowned out by the ocean of Gravegrime supporters. The ocean? Is there that many of you guys? Really? There is quite a bit of you. There's almost 40 people in here right now. Pretty fucking crazy. Pretty silly. I'll draw your avatar getting squished if you don't add my OC. That feels like that. I'm gonna be honest. T1K1. I feel like that's incentive for me not to add your character, because it means you're gonna squish the Gravekeeper. I don't see. That feels like only a boon to me. I feel like you've played yourself. If you include my OCs in this mass attack, I'll stop eating your goo. Joke, so that means you won't. More incentive for me to not include you. Interesting. It's more of a large inland lake. Thank you, Nip. I'm glad you're I'm glad you're grading my pool of influence. Liquid pun intended. We are a deep lake. Sewer pond. No, I'm sorry. Squash the Gravekeeper, he deserves it. Also true. Notice how many peoples retaliate with a /J. Real grave haters just straight up pull a strike. It's true. It's true. Harari is a real one. Harari will tell me to, like, go jump off a bridge and mean it. And mean it, chat. He sent me violent DMs. He sent me a picture of, like, him with a gun. And I don't know what to do about that. I've called the police. They say, you kind of deserved it, though. So, I don't know what to do, man. Angry gore art of the Gravekeeper because you didn't attack my OCs. That is a fucking hilarious image, Nip. That is so funny. That's fucking ridiculous. But here's the thing. That's only funny if someone does it earnestly. That's only funny if a person literally is so mad at me that they draw fucking gore art. That is the only time that's funny. If someone just did it as a meme, it's way less funny. It has to be like completely in earnest. Otherwise, it's just kind of like, edgy. I don't want to take my chances with Twitch thinking that was an actual threat. Real grave haters pull a turkey. Ah, a bowling reference. Always found I always found those some of the wildest responses when people are genuinely angry about something. I agree. Police officer, nice match act. I don't see my OC officer doggy. Well, nothing can be done about the death threat. Let's go, boys. Yeah, it is such an extreme, like, ridiculous, because it's like, it's sort of, you've made art to your dissatisfaction. It's really quite interesting to see. But yeah, it's only funny if they're earnest. If it's just, yeah, otherwise it's just someone being real edgy, and that's kind of boring. People processing emotions through art, even if they're a little odd about it. I mean, sure, but something like that is ridiculous, and I'm not gonna not say it's not ridiculous, so. Because sure, people can process emotions in different ways, but hey, there are some ways better than others. Oh yeah, Def a wild take. Yeah. Funnily enough, I learned about turkey bowling from Wii Sports with the annoying orange did 3 strikes in a row for a video. Are you sure it's smart to admit you watched Annoying Orange? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Curious. Interesting, that. We all did at some point. I didn't! I didn't watch the Annoying Orange. You know why? Because I thought he was fucking annoying! I watched Fred. I did watch Fred. Now, you see, that's not to get me outside of the watching cringy shit as a child. I watched Fred. I did watch that. However, fucking Annoying Orange, I did not. And then you take a close look inside the door, there's just a string of sausages. Proved you wrong. I watched Brett. I avoid it like the plague. We all have those things we watched as a kid we don't admit. Never did either. Shaking my head. Oh, shake my hand. I thought it said shaking my head. God damn, it's happening. I watched the Cartoon Network show and I moderately liked it. I didn't even know they had a Cartoon Network show. I'm gonna go on a limb and guess your favorite Mario character is Bowser and or King Boo. Incorrect. It's fucking Wario. Because, like, I have taste. That's not to say King Boo or Bowser aren't good. I just like Wario. I fucking always chose him in Mario Party Bros. It was just awesome. Hell yeah, Wario. Wario, that tracks. Wario, yeah, that's on brand. See, it's not that crazy. Wario? Yeah. Big silly fella, Mr. Wario. It makes sense, really. It does. I think it fits. But I do like, and also, however, my favorite Mario thing is actually not booze, it's bloopers. I love fucking bloopers. Love those little idiots. They're ridiculous. All I remember about Fred, I don't remember anything about it, I just know I watched it, is that on he was on iCarly and Freddie said he didn't like his stuff one time, and then get shat on for 20 minutes. I see. Speaking of Wario, what are your thoughts on WarioWare games? Pizza Tower, plus the WarioWare itself. I love, so for the Wii chat, me and my brothers and I had a game called WarioWare Smooth Moves, and we adored that game and have been looking for another copy of it ever since, because it was one of those things that got shipped off in one of the great EB games, you know, GameStop sellings. But WarioWare Smooth Moves was the fucking shit. I love WarioWare games. They're awesome. Best thing about Fred was that he quit YouTube, unlike most of the ghouls that are still around rotting. Haven't played any Wario games. I also played, was it Wario Land or Wario World? There was like a GameCube Wario game. I cannot remember for the life of me if it was Wario World or Wario Land, but I loved it a lot. Thought it was a lot of fun. Have no idea if it holds up. Zero clue, but liked it as a kid. Wario Land. Okay, that's Wario World. Yeah. Thought that shit was fun. That's weird. I got a copy right here. Opens box. Looks grave, grabs straight in the eyes. Starts eating it. You're eating the Wii disc? Okay. Interesting. With the weirdest aesthetics. It's fucking awesome. It's great. I love it. From what I remember. Again, it has been a hot minute since I played it. Because again, it was another one that was lost in one of the great sellings. I know it's wrong, but shouldn't be bother with it. Because it should be, if I'm thinking clearly, down here actually. There. Look back up, see what people they're talking about Wario World. And 50-minute long pause theme. Oh my. Played it last December and I liked it. It's just incredibly short. Interesting. Again, a lot of these things I do not remember. I played this when I was in middle school, so it has been a couple of years, chat, since then. Yeah, but that, yeah, there you go. There's my favorite Mario character. Fucking Wario. Love that big silly bastard. I kind of like that he's just unabashedly a dickhead. It's just fun. He likes his money. And it was also funny because again, I found out who Wario was through, I think, Mario Party 2 or some shit, I think. And I was like, yo, he's like Mario, but he's a big, fat, strong guy. That's really funny. I love that. And that's... I had deep thoughts as a kid, you see. Good antagonist, just some random asshole. It's true. I found it funny that someone made a big, ugly, fat Mario and they greenlit it. Well, listen, it worked. It worked real well. Well enough that he then also got a very strange game. And a very unique game. I think I actually own like a I guess I'd call it a spiritual, it's not a spiritual successor, but sort of an indie game that's trying to do the same thing that WarioWare was doing, called what was it called? I think it's just called Spookware. Which might be fun to play at some point. I haven't played it yet. Played the first Wario game a lot as a kid. It was so much fun, and he was cooler than Mario. I see. Also, chat, I think I got I've got Lion's Daughter. Did I miss anything? I look, I peer. Oh, I think so. I think I got him. All right. Now comes the part of trying to fill them all in nicely. Gonna have some casualties doing this, I know. Not for you, but for our king here. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleanup for the what? What the? Oh. I see. It's only so much I can minimize, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Like in this chest part, fucking hell, I'm not even gonna bother. Just gonna do this there. Then I did miss one thing, chat. Did miss one thing. There. Okay. Luckily, easy to color. These guys are gonna be real easy to color. He really just dislikes Mario so much that he sort of dresses like him and beasts with him at any given opportunity. The way I thought Wario was like an evil clone. I see. I prefer the Wario brothers over the Mario brothers. They're not even brothers. Because like the Wario brothers aren't even brothers, right? Because Waluigi's just a pal. Just a dude that Wario likes. The children yearn for greedy fat man. Pretty cool king. Is it just a preference thing, or is there some big detriment to having to erase the holy bits? There's no detriment. It's just like if I was able to do what I did with her and just hit it all in one go, it just saves time. That's it. It's a time-saving thing. There's no actual detriment, unless you consider loss of time a detriment. Honestly, what I think I should do is I should go up here and hit it with a lighter color so I can see easier. Or a darker color. We'll do a darker color. Let's do this. There. Now I can actually see what I'm doing, chat. They aren't brothers, saddening news. They're not brothers. I think one game's manual implies they might not even like each other. I don't think that's canon. I see. A thumb that I didn't get for some reason. Interesting. Despite Skello being dead, most people in his world just assume he's a really weird changed one. I assume changed one has its own lore implications, then? Whatever a changed one might be. Okay, that's enough drawing back to the mines. They always pull him back, chat. The mines always pull him back. You'll never escape the mines. I will have you running in the background, keep yapping. Thank you for demanding, I guess, that I entertain you. Don't stop talking. You better not. Wagging your finger at me. No, no, no. There we go. We'll do something like that. Erase this now. Make sure all looks nice and pervy. Okay. I think that's good. And now, here's the fun part, is the colors of King Skello is real easy. The courtroom jester. Grumble, grumble. Oh my god, it's so large. That's a big one. My canvas is massive. That is such a huge image. That's ridiculous. Yeah, like 10,000 by... Because my canvas right now is... Why doesn't it have my information on it? Okay. It just had the work time. We've almost been in here for 30 hours, chat. Yeah, because my canvas is currently about a little, oh, it's like 11,500 pixels. So, terrifying to know the file size. Well, here's the thing. It's probably down to, actually the pixels per inch. Really. Realistically. You know, that's probably lower than what I use, therefore it gets blown up. There we go. And I can do the gold. Make it a little more gold. Well. This. Actually, should have little line right here. Okay. Also changed ones. Oh, okay. There's gonna be lore there. We just know that there are something called changed ones. Back to square one, chat. Hi, Kyle. You're finally on break. I've scribbled them out, Emily. I've got them lined. These characters. Getting them nice and flattened. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right. I want to do. Hit this with a little bit of a dark kind of thing around the edge, like so. Just some pseudo shading before I actually shade anything. Helps a lot. Cool. And he could use it because he's got so little coloring going on with him. He's just a skeleton. He has everything a skeleton could need. A crown? A sword? What else could a skeleton want, really? Okay, okay, we got lore. Apparently, 2080 happened. Basically, a certain world event caused every genetic or mental change across all humanity. Changed ones were the most normal occurrence. Small changes were more rare. So, okay. So just people are weird now. There you go. There's the lore. People are weird now. They're strange. Everyone thinks this guy's strange, but no, he's just a corpse, which I still think makes him strange. I feel like that doesn't change the fact that he is still strange because he is a dead person. It feels a little bit like a distinction without a difference. I'm gonna be honest. But I know how that goes, because I have spirits and ghosts, and they're different, but, you know. I can understand someone being like, but they're not really, as well. That never happened before, ever? What never happened before, ever? But they're not really. People being strange? It's true. People are all very normal all the time. It's true. That's true. Have you guys ever seen a weirdo? I don't think so. I don't think so. I look at you all. Yeah, you guys wouldn't have ever seen a weirdo. I squint. Never. Oh wait, what did I delete? What do you mean there's no object to transform? Yes, there is. It's a fucking massive object, too. Oh. Too small. There we go. Where? So is this the other one? Yeah. Alright. Eyeball. Quite fond of the skeleton there. Well, his name is Skello. Skello? Yeah, Skello. And you can, and they're by, CWD does art. So, you know, if you wanna go take a look, you can. With how long these take, I do feel a certain, like, maybe I should go back to the Artfight format that I was doing before, where I put the name and shit in it. I think that would probably help. I should do that. I'll do it next week. So everyone who had it this week, sorry, you're shit out of luck. Fuck you. Just not good enough, you know? Just haven't earned it, really. That's King Skello? I see. Just passing by to say hi? Got lot. Alright, see ya, Tato. Thanks for saying hi. That skeleton is naked? It sure is. Honestly, I've been missing that. Figured you didn't do it for a reason, and it'd be a huge pain to bring it back for this. The reason I did it was for a reason. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be going through them. I don't want to have to constantly go back to edit that. But I'm only been getting 1 or 2 of these done a stream, so now my brain's like, well, that's basically what I would be doing anyway, so I might as well bring it back. It was a good idea. There. Bro put on some pants. He doesn't want to. He's the king of it. He can let it all hang out. He can let every single bit of it hang out. He's in the comfort of his own home with his wife. It's fine. God forbid a guy let it hang. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. Avid, you're such a fucking prude, dude. The hell? Do you ever get burnout from Artfight or nah? I definitely did 1 year. I absolutely did 1 year. And yeah, it sucked. it was not fun. But yeah, I got it 1 year, absolutely. It was rough. But this year, not really. I'm good this year. So far. However, I absolutely understand why people would have burnout for Artfight. Because like Artfight's a time where people really push themselves. So I absolutely know where it comes from and I get it. I'm just, I guess, fucking used to it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just used to it, I guess. Used to this nonsense. No ads. Niplet, it's what he's most known for, I would say. Hey, Quack, goes alright. We got this one, lined and flatted. Brave grind draws like a fish swims. A little bit. At this point, I'm so deep into it, it kind of feels like that. A little. I go through the motions, you know? Oh, trying to think of the places where I can sneak in more colors without having to make a new layer, chat. That's why I go back and look. Grab a coffee cup. I also see a point where I need to erase. Like a fool. No one noticed it but me. Sad. Sad. Very nice. I love her nose. The burnout, let's see. The burnout starts to creep in on me, so the mass attack I'm planning is just going to be each headshot sent one by one. I see. Is that like for a points thing, or? I'm struggling at 1 minute and 30-second log and ad. I mean, okay. I got tired after just one attack. The only time I've ever participated, and I did it begrudgingly, kind of. Well, that kind of explains things, Frank. You weren't going in it with the right mindset. You went in there because someone probably told you to, and now you're like, nah, I got burnout from it. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? Artfight's like a challenge. You don't do it unless you like actually want to do it, like genuinely want to do it quite a bit. Otherwise, it's like, I absolutely see why burnout would hit. I think we had a friend that had that happen to them. Need to get back on the art grind. I'm a slacker. I hurt my wrist before burnout ever sets in, so I'm safe. Also true. I think it's more just for a little time to give me my wrist a break. I just got here. You expect me to notice things already? Heavy expectations. I expect you to have eyes, man. You know what? Preach. I feel like that's what I'm feeling right now. What do you mean, Harari? Like you're burning out because you sort of joined begrudgingly and didn't really want to? Forcing yourself to draw really is the worst feeling. No one attacked me ever, and I was in a server where if you didn't do at least one attack, you'd get banned from future art events, so it just felt like a chore. I mean, that sounds like it would be. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh, that doesn't sound fun at all. That's kind of crazy. I did a college course related to animation. I find it hard to get burnout because college has been the worst pressure I've had so far. There is also a factor there, is when you're put under a higher stress situation, tasks like this become a little bit less grueling because you're like, well, at least it's not that. I guess, well, not begrudgingly. I enjoy Artfight. I just happen to have a weird feeling that stops compelling me to attack more. I mean, that's fine. You only do as much as you want. I got burnt out from art in general. I haven't done anything for 2 days now. Not sure why, though, as I wasn't doing anything extreme or anything. So what happens sometimes, chat, is sometimes when you get burnout, it's because of some other thing is taking up more of your mental capacity. And you kind of have to address that before you can really go back to doing art. There's something else that's stressing you out and taking up your time and not giving you any sort of space to think. So try to identify, you know, those stressors as well. Because it's not just, oh, I hurt. Because art is different. Like, burnout is generally a little bit different than something like, oh, I have an injury. There's factors to it where it's like, well, is something in your life causing this issue? I guess because I had 2 challenges a year already, I went into Artfight with the intention to pace myself from the get-go. Second, I don't feel like it, I'm out. That's how it should go, Dane. That's the way to do it. It was a whack Pokemon manga server, not part of it anymore. Turned out to, it's a blast so far. Yeah, if you have the expectation of, oh, hey, I'm here for fun, and I just want to have fun with it, then you'll have a lot more fun doing it. And if it's not your cup of tea, and you like all you want is maybe you want to get attacks or something, then I would say it's probably not for you, and that's fine. Like, that's chill. Stop scratching my chair, cat. Please. Not even to say like, oh, it's bad that you want to get attacked or something. It's more of the nature of the game doesn't, I guess, there's no guarantee of it, so you're probably better served elsewhere for things like that. Yeah, cat, indeed. I joined this year because I kind of wanted to, but wasn't sure how well I do since I haven't drawn in a while, but my friends convinced me and I've been having fun. Well, there you go. True, I've been working out a lot more and exercising more to get healthy again. Maybe I'm just fatigue kicking in on me in general. I normally find when I do workouts I get more energy, but maybe. Maybe. There's hand. Ah. No, I did that all right. I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. I managed to get that one first try. Second one, not so much. Bam. Okay. Me giving my TED talk with Grave Grime in my earpiece. And as you just do it for attacks and your heart isn't in it, then you should stop scratching my chair, cat. Listen, they knew the risks when they hired me, okay? They knew I'm easily distracted, and honestly, it's on them. That shit's on them. I can't be blamed. I can't be blamed for their poor management skills, their poor choice. I can just take advantage of it, which is different and totally chill and cool. Remember, chat, bad advice of the day. When someone, you know, when you can take advantage of someone, you should. In a non-sexual way. I stress. Realized halfway through, like, wait a minute, what could that be construed as? Oh, right, 25 streak. I see. Oh, wait, did you say something? Ah, no, you did not. Hold on, chat. Hold on, there we go. You ruined my get-rich-quick scheme, and now I'm back to the status quo, though I was at the beginning of the episode. Another fine mess you've got me into, Gravy. Wah, 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 wah. You know? Oh, that's Grave Grime. Tee-hee. Tee-hee, I say. I fucking poke my little cheek. Hee-hee. I'm such a stinker. Just got back from picking up dinner. What'd you miss? Plenty. Plenty. Fool. Nah, just every time you reach 5 or 0, it lets you share a stream streak for extra points. I'm pretty sure you can do that every time, because people have shared it at like 3. So. Weirdest thing that happened in Artfight so far was the Samoan decided to follow me in 10 minutes when I decided to check their account got banned. Jeez. Gotta save those points for dunce caps. That's crazy. 3, 5, 7, 10. Ah, I see. Okay. Then 15, 20. Okay, I get it. I get it now. I follow. Okay. Well, actually, you know what I should do? Go down here. I should grab this. I should darken it. And hit this. Hit this bones right here. Just darken them and pull them a little bit. That's the color I was looking for. Crack them out from the rest of all the bones, you know. Like this bit right here. Okay. Maybe here. Like here. I'm just trying to make it so the arm reads a little better, chat. Yeah, okay, there we go. That works. Next stream, I am hitting the 50 streak mark. Jesus. I'm a leech upon this place. Oh wait, do you get points for sharing your streaks? I've been keeping them to myself. Yes, apparently so. You get rewarded you get little bonuses, guys. Little treats that do nothing yet. You know, even if I was a skeleton, I think I'd still wear clothes. I know there's nothing there, but the principle of the matter and fashionability. Sure, but you're not King Skeleto. King Skello, you're not King Skello, dude. It's a weird way of saying unpaid slave. Unpaid slave, but that implies ownership, you see. And she showed up here herself, is the thing, Quack. I didn't force this whatsoever. I've done nothing. Alright, let's bump this up now. There. Get rid of my light box really quick. And delete. Grab this. Make it. No, I'll do that on another. Cool. Oh my god, Otter Biscuits, thank you for the follow. I do have a second dead dude who does wear clothes. Skello is a product of not changing old designs because it fit him in my head. I see. I don't know why only now that I realize you're making a big attack piece. I've explained it so many times. I've said it so many times for Alligator. But yes, looking pretty good. We could ignore what happened to Dane's characters. I'm using them as my shading reference. We ignore how smelly they look. We go, eh. Poor Ken. I like it though, he's asserting himself as king. Rest of chat, hold me back. How could you? How could you do this to me? You're shaking your fist. You're full of rage. No one will help you. They're all way too scared of me, obviously. The scariest man about. Alright, also now I cast their lines. I cast them to the dark. To the shadows with them. Goodbye. This, and then we're gonna put one that's a little more blue right here. Bam. A real boogeyman, this guy, but I'm guessing you're closer to finishing than not. I'm about halfway, I guess. I'm about halfway. So there can't really be any additions. Why couldn't there be any additions? Why can't there be additions? Yeah, there could be additions. Absolutely. And will be. There's another whole week of this. What? Okay. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm just letting the Pokemon monologue, I guess. It feels like a wink wink nudge nudge moment, doesn't it? Like a fabled Marvel vs. Captain 2 comment, it ain't over till it's over. You're on. Oh, hey, you're on break. Well, hello. Welcome. Howdy, howdy. It's a mathematical thing. If you were halfway, there couldn't be any more additions. Otherwise, the halfway remake would be a lie. Oh yeah, I had to completely redo it. I gotta just restart. Well, that was fun, chat. Time to start over. I hate it now. It's actually awful. I need to remake the entire thing. Everyone's entering their lunch break. Well, hey, at least, you know what, chat? I'm glad you're using me as your brain rot instead of just doom scrolling. Not because I think I'm better than just doom scrolling, just because, you know, I'm self-serving, you see. Restart, remake Dane's characters, but this time with less shading. It's true. Oh. The hallway remake. Halfway remake? Would be like it. What did I miss? What did I misread? I hate it when you guys at this point could just be like, you misread something, and I'll just believe it. I had to quit so many social medias that my doom scrolling is Discord. I see. Anything better than endlessly scrolling through? I said remark, not remake. Ah. I'm not saying it's on you, Dane. I'm not saying... I'm just saying you guys could say I misread, and I just believe you because I'm stupid. Grime is good brain rot for my work. I see. You said remake, never mind. We got there. I'm just saying... I'm not saying you guys are wrong in this instance. I'm saying if you wanted to, you could just gaslight me, and I would believe it. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it'd be so easy because I just would believe you guys that I misread something because I misread it so often. And when that becomes a thing, it's going to suck. Because then I'm just going to have to misread you guys and just assume I read it correctly, which feels like a massive, just a huge, huge fucking, like, I'm just begging for disaster doing that. Like, my end is coming. No, we couldn't. Your mind is so strong and the gaslight is off, you daft woman. Sure, Grime, you said you were going to give us 2,000 each. When is that happening? I thought it was already in the mail. I thought we were over this. Your package is in the mail, dude. If you haven't gotten it yet, well, just hold on. It'll be, you know, an explosive surprise. We've been over this, dude. Like, what the fuck? Look, man, you brought it on yourself. I don't know what to tell you. Ash? Hell it. Then grab that one. Bam. Okay. I think the bomb you sent me was faulty instead of exploding, pathetically deflated like a whoopee cushion. Jeez. God damn. That sucks. I brought nothing upon myself. I'm a mere hot dog brain in a world full of granola bars. My package had some cards that came with it. The one on the top was 5, the next one was 4, then a 3. I stopped and put it down at that point. I'll get what I can. I see. Also, we got a 5-stream streak. I saw that. I had to constantly leave what I'm doing to go look at who's streaking or not, which I guess looking at who's streaking or not, it appears to be the skeleton. Just saying. But you guys are able to send secret messages that I might miss because again, it doesn't appear in my like proper chat box. What do you mean? I literally just said, I explained it. So I have dual streams. When people are on YouTube, they can talk. And when they're here, I want to be able to see. What do you mean streaking? You hit a 5-stream streak. You are streaking. Come on, you idiots. Get with the time. Figure it out, guys. Jesus. Get your minds out of the fucking gutters. How about that? How would you guys do a little bit of that? How would you do a little soul searching and fucking cleanse your minds of this fucking filth? How about that? Absolutely, just a filthy bunch of troglodytes. It's ridiculous. Keep forgetting that I do that on a different layer. You all should be ashamed. You should feel bad about the way you are, you know? Hey, his story is called King Skello's Colored Ventures. You can't go on adventures dead and clothed both at the same time. I see. With 1 week left in the month, I'm finally free from commissions. Come Monday, y'all art fighters are gonna fucking get it. He says that, guys. Nip's just all talk. You'll be fine, don't worry. He won't get any of you. I'm setting him up, dude, don't worry. None of them will get you, it's fine. That's not that kind of streaking. I'm here so I don't have to search my soul. My brain is hot dog and my soul is mold. It's true. The day when the gravekeeper is the one in the room with the moral high ground. Grime taught me that shame is for the weak. No. I taught that shame was a useful tool and that I simply don't have it. That's different. I'm saying, you know, I lack something useful. That's a sad day. I will never change my goo-eating ways. Well, the cancer's gonna hit like crazy, Mike. Then I guess, sorry. Come at me, I will get him. You know, a little bit of a late edition, but I'm gonna throw my Artfight link to the Blue Skies post. Okay. Now that I believe. I don't need to take this from Hot Dog Brain. I just don't. I really just don't. Well, sounds like you're not a very good teacher then if I took the wrong advice. I couldn't possibly be the problem. When are you not the problem, Quack? When have you ever not been the problem? Come on. Just in general. The Hindenburg explosion, like that famous photo, take a closer look, chat. If you look real close, you'll see Quack there in the background with a smile and a gun. Just saying. I've seen it. The dude's 30. He was there when the Hindenburg burnt down. It's not that crazy. Shot it with a slingshot and then a gun. He had both in the picture. Just because there's a phobia of ducks always watching doesn't mean I'm part of every historical event. No, but the photo evidence does. Have y'all been sufficiently picking on Grime? Of course they have. It's their one pastime, Izzy. It's all they have. And you know what? I think personally, I think that's pathetic. That's what I think. You know, I'm gonna say it. I think that's pathetic. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Photoshop fake news, incorrect. We all see it. I'm gonna try to brainstorm something to draw now. I'll have to leave stream. All right, see ya, Harari. Bye-bye. Fucking finally, chat. You know what I mean? Fucking finally. No. So, chat, we've got half an hour left. Maybe a little more. And I've got one more character, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get as much as I can. Man, that looks good. Thank you. Thank you. So I think I'm going to try and get one more knocked out here. And I think for the first time, Alistair isn't here, which is really funny. No one's here when I'm drawing their shit, it seems. But we're going for Alistair's character next. Alright. Alright. Oh. Come on, thank you. Love it when clip auto saves and it like freezes for a good like 5 seconds. Alright. Obviously gonna have to go with the bottom. I'm realizing I keep forgetting that the higher up we go in the piece, the further back I actually have to put the layers, but it's fine. Put this on top. I literally just started drawing their character right now. Get out of my head. I love drawing unburnt. Or the unburned. They're cool. They're neato. And they're the only character Alistair has right now up there. So I must. You two share the same brain cell? God, I had to pass it around to fucking Emily and Dane now. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. It was mine to begin with. What? Someday I'm gonna hear the music and feel nostalgic. Oh, remember that? Freak Grimes. Those streams were dope. Why the fuck? That implies that the end of me is coming. What's that about, Mushroom? What's going on there? Dude's gonna be destroyed soon. He's not gonna make it. Dad. Why do I have to go away, you know? I can stick around. Gonna be streaming into retirement. So just when I retire, I'm like, I'm done. I'm out of here now. I miss Graves. Shame what happened in 2043. Shit. Oh no. Well, gotta go back to work. What? What? They just dropped that. They, chat, did they threaten me? Is that a threat? Thinking of the future where artists are in the newsroom going, oh, you remember my OC? You remember my little character? Oh. I remember. Man, I remember Leppy. They were so swell. Shame what happened to Nip. Shame. Well, you're in your 30s. According to a certain section of the internet, you're basically in a retirement home already. Speaking of the music, is the music a playlist you have / can share? I don't think I can really share it. It is in a playlist, but I use a like a freelance, not a freelance, like a licensing thing, like a little service, that I pay a little chunk of change annually to use the music. I don't know where else you can find it. It might be on YouTube, like the songs and stuff. I could look. I could give it a gander. But I do in fact have it in a playlist. Remembering your OC other than your child is crazy. For a second there, I thought you were doing a Pops impression. No, he's way higher. Pops is like really up there, you know? He's really up there. Oh! You know, he's also a lot cheerier. Pops is a lot cheerier. I was just doing like a random generic old guy. Me sitting in a chair during the documentary. Lynette, it was wild. You had to be there, man. Lynette fever hit the country like a freight train. I'm talking lunchboxes, plushies, t-shirts. She was everywhere. And then we got the news about Gravy. That was tough. Okay, curious. If you could, that'd be cool. Thank you for the follow, Cotton Candy. I do wonder if people actually share their OCs in their retirement home. One guy is just showing all these cool characters. Then the one guy with a massive breasted fox girl just shows off there. I mean, it's probably something that has happened in the past. Because, like, everyone goes, oh, OCs, it's like an internet-specific culture. But, you know, people have been drawing stories and characters for ages and ages and ages. It has absolutely probably happened before. The issue is when you go into a retirement home, right? You get sort of put amongst... You're not necessarily going to be put amongst a bunch of other artists, necessarily. You're going to be just put in with the general sort of elderly population. And most people aren't artists, so the conversation topic probably doesn't arise much, is all. But there is always... it's a non-zero chance. They hit the Pentagon, Cordy. They hit the fucking Pentagon! Role-playing the aftermath of Gray's demise is crazy. Well, I mean, based. Deserved, honestly. Broken tombstone, what could have caused it? Probably fire. What Pentagon? Obviously. Stuck with a bunch of normies. I remember the old days when I would draw pinups of bug women on Twitter. Oh, there was all the rage. Everyone was, the drool coming out of their mouths. If you seen it, their eyes would bug out and they'd go, awooga, and send funny gifts and such. How those were the days. Nurse, what a terrible generation. They just go, oh, millennials really are the next boomers. That's what they say. Bug out, say that again. Instead of bingo night, we do this. It's just like a round table and people can be like, oh, this is my weird thing I did on the internet. I have finally arrived while waiting on my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Can't wait for lunch. Well, good for you. As if by that point, the nurse won't have OCs of her own. Chat, they probably won't. Again, you guys gotta understand, we're in a small fucking community here. Also, I see a lot of sent a secret message. A secret birthday lunch, not waiting for birthday. I was playing Deadlock yesterday and a guy called someone a LARPer completely unprompted. I seriously do not get today's use of words and lingo. So wait, a LARPer in what way? Like they were LARP, like because they were bad at the game or something? I don't know how LARPing became an insult now. Like, is it just, oh, they thought they were bad at the game and therefore they said they were a LARPer? How could you be a LARPer if you're playing the game? That don't make no sense. Hold on. That doesn't track. That doesn't follow. Playing game. You LARP, but you play game. Play game not good. Therefore you not actually play game, but you play game right now. I don't understand. I'm trying to fucking pin it together in my head. Word have meaning. Meaning mean this. How connect? Curious. Because kids discover the term and now they misuse it, just like every other term. Well, the issue there, Frank, is I assure you it's not just kids. This is like earlier where Morb was saying that, you know, oh, you see bad takes on YouTube. They're mostly just not actually what they believe, and it's them just doing it for clicks. But no, I'm afraid not, guys. You can't just be like, oh, everyone's being insincere, or they're the thing I don't like. It's like, nah. Unfortunately, the young do it improperly, but there's an awful lot of olds doing it too. Just how it works. I guess slang might be a little different, maybe, just because of where slang comes from and such, but... Oh, for sure, but kids rediscovering is what started the trend. Yeah, that's fair. I enjoy Renaissance fairs. LARPing can be really fun. I need to see the replay, but I believe the guy called the other LARPer because they talked back. Okay. This isn't even live action. You're arguing online. He was being aggressive for no reason. Like he killed someone and told them to sit down. Okay. Kids need to keep to made up words like skibidi. Maybe I'm just cringe though. Depends on who you ask, cause cringe is relative, chat. Cringe is in the eye of the beholder. In a lot of ways, cause like it's sort of like how disgust is in the eye of the beholder as well. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so is disgust, and cringe is a disgust response, so. It is a particular kind of disgust. It is like social disgust is what cringe is. Speaking of cringe, oh hey, I see. You're talking about fucking Josh. I see. Yo, fair play, Frank. Take him down. Take him down a peg. He's currently melting in his home. But that doesn't mean we should turn down the heat here, you know what I mean? I can't really complain because we survived. You said his favorite word. Hello! Cucumbers. That is an odd way to spell cucumbers, but you know what? More power to you. You have to stop ignoring the facts, GG. The medical report K to proven you're 100% cringe. It's a fact. Fuck. But I can... Dane, I can deny, can't I? There's still denial. That's like the most powerful medicine at all. If I just say I'm not sick, then surely I will not be sick, right? Everyone always says it's mind over matter. I'll be fine, right? Well, I'm not a medical professional, so I suppose I can't confidently refute that. The Virgin Cringe Lord won't stream today because of some weak sauce heat. Can you believe him? For real, no cap. How did you know I was a virgin? Who gave you that information? I am obsessed with theater as a kid, and while I never got to perform on stage myself, I did help out the sets. And doing it in real life, it was just as fun. I don't get how people can't like it. I don't know, man. It's just people are different. They got different things. It's like how, you know, maybe you can't understand why people like a sports ball or something. Just different things get the dopamine dropping, you know? Gotta disappear. Alright, see ya, Morb. See ya, Morb. I did stage a little bit. Not very much, and mostly just for an easy elective, to be honest, but I had fun while I did it. I enjoyed myself. Can't you tell by my beautiful acting, chat? I'm so good at this whole entertainment thing. My talents know no bounds. Doing a little flame here too. I think we'll see if that stays. But for now, well, I gotta make it look nicer than that. That looks like crap. Yeah, do something like this. There we go. Okay. Hit it with one of these. Ah, fuck. Shit. This. There we are. Yes. All right, we're good. I can see how people can enjoy sports ball, though I will admit it's never for me. I stop after getting hit with a metal bat. Well, I mean, that's probably a reason to do that. You like my model? It looks so evil. Well, thank you. Thanks. I'm a sickening, awful bastard. You only had to be here for a little bit to understand that. I like hockey. More sports need to be like it because I want to see the guys duke it out over a ball. Just start throwing down. Let's see. Let's turn this down now. It's off. Turn this on. So many layers, chat. Alright. Wrap it around. Ugh. Goodness. Well, at the very, given that there isn't a ton of time left to this stream, chat, have you guys been enjoying these sort of fucking Artfight streams? You like them, given that I'm committing to another week of them? I sure hope so. Oh, I like this character already. You know, all these characters wouldn't feel out of place in a Gravegrime cinematic universe. Hello, streamer. Hello, newbie. Welcome, Halo bro. I don't... I'm looking around. Fair enough, honestly. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, Dylan. Yeah. I hate it. I'm just a bit inconsistent. I see. Oh, I have. I thought you said I hate it because of the question I asked. Are you enjoying it a lot? Sure, I just enjoy talking with the community here in general, though. Very fun people. They're a lot of fun. Halo VR, I see, is how it's pronounced. Hello, welcome. I like it when chatters pop in to talk about their characters you're drawing. Yeah! The first one or two were the best. The rest of them seem superfluous to me. Interesting. Interesting. Have fun in the no fun zone? What the? Huh? What? Go? I've been vibing with the streams. Grave, so who's this OC? This is the Unburned. Oh, hey! There you go, Alistair. But right there, Alistair's character, the Unburned. It's the Unburned, right? Not the Unburnt. Yeah, look at that. Right at the perfect second you showed up. Alright, cool. I've enjoyed watching you stream Artfight as I work on my own Artfights. Hell yeah. Are they made of aloe vera? You know what? That's a good question. They don't burn. That is a good question. That is a good question for Alistair. This one, chat, I think will be really fun lighting-wise. Because the thing about the Unburned is her hair can turn into fire, so like all of this bit back here is going to be a big old fire. I think it's going to look fucking sick. Oh, there we go. I like when chatters pop in and talk about their characters drawing. Alistair opens apartment door. Hello! Yeah, it was like perfect timing, wasn't it? Just came in. Oh shit! There I am! Time to talk about my character. You called them, chat. You called them on the wind. Right on cue! There they are. Alright, see ya, Ash. Thank you for coming. I'm still in awe by the perfect timing, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, it was fucking fantastic. Good job. Now, it's not gonna last long, because I've not got much longer left, but hey, it'll be the first one I do on Monday to finish it up, so. But we'll see how far I get before I do any of that. Don't go anywhere just yet, chat. 7 minutes until the grimy bastard leaves. It's true, I need to finish up some commissions before next week, because I'm gonna put my commissions on hold for the last week of Artfight and just really start peddling it out, you know? Really start just going fucking crazy. I was late for the party today. That's okay. I appreciate you being here anyway. He's going bonkers. You have no fucking idea, Emily. Got no idea. Fear. Fear. If the Artfight site goes down, we know who to blame now. It's just one. Surely one man cannot have so much power. Don't. What do you mean, don't? Hell you mean, don't? You shake, you wag your finger at me. Don't you dare. Don't you do it. Like sort of a more aggressive shape to the flame. There we go. Let's pull up in. Unburned? Yeah, she's got a little. Really though, it'll be fun to see you pop off. It will be. It sure will be. And then one thing I should do as well, chat, you know what? Something I gotta do this weekend on top of everything else I have to do this weekend. Really gotta set aside some time to figure out what I'm gonna do when I don't have Artfight to rely on for stream content anymore. I know I said OC stuff, but it's gonna be like, what am I gonna do of it though? Which, you know, get some kind of stream ideas going. Is sort of another thing I need to think about a little bit. A wee bit. There we go. Torture chamber? What would that entail, Lotta? What does the torture chamber entail? The Gravegrime torture chamber. Who am I torturing? Because I'm sure as hell not letting you guys torture me. You guys do that enough. Do that enough already. The pear wiggler. I have to make a sticky note with everyone I need to attack. Roast of Gravegrime stream. Invite guests to insult you. That's a really weird way, Nip, for you to say that, oh, hey, I want to be part... I want to just insult you on stream. Let me insult you on stream. That's a weird way to ask for a collab. I don't know. Draw piles could be fun. They're just inviting themselves, chat. I don't understand. What's going on with them? Maybe a stream where you yap about your Cs and get the chat talk about your Cs as well. Well, okay. So Cucumber, because you're new, that happens anyway. That's gonna happen anyway. Do not worry about that. We went on a long tangent about actually not even characters, just like random species in Creature Hollow and Mai's shared story. So that's gonna happen regardless. Not hearing a no. It's like those old Comedy Central roasts. Lore building and lore sharing streams. It'll be fun to engage in sharing our world's lores with you, as you already have with your worlds. Oh, like basically, hey, look at my, listen to my lore. Look at my lore, and tear it to fucking pieces. Tear it to shreds for me. Rip it in tiny little chunks. One day. I got like a whole setup I want to do for something like that, though. I think it would be funny. Do that, and then... Well, that's one way to put it. I don't think chat would want anything else from me, to be honest. A Gravegrime stream where you show me your shit, but like, I don't tear it to pieces? That feels like an odd thing to want from me specifically. Man who rants. Man who rants and screams about media. Gravegrime tier list? Oh, I could do a tier list, chat. I could. And it would be fun discussion, I think. I think it would be fun discussion. Wait, that'd be funny as hell, actually. I mean, given how long I ranted about cheese, I think I could probably do it. But I agree, theme draw piles could be fun. Can we talk about our lore? Great, clear throat. Unrest. The guilds are being hassled by the Trade Federation blockade. Oh no. There's so much lore. I like to imagine, Dane, that the opening lore to your little fantasy guys is in fact just fucking a Star Wars prequel, like just word for word from Star Wars. You just stole it and are passing it off as your own. You just turned it. You're like, no, it's fine. It's chill. I made it fantasy, so it's okay. Look, they're not talking about the separatists. They're talking about fucking... They're talking about the Mages Guild, dude. Like, come on. Chill out. Honestly, probably grab this. Just up. Come on. Yadadee. This. All right. Like to get her, just like her actual cloak, I guess is what it would be. Her shawl. The tube of toothpaste she was fucking squeezed out of. I'd like to get that at least outlined like this. All right. But with this reaching its end, chat, I am going to be on my little wet poncho. Yeah, that's probably what it would be. Lore exchange, but it's more like food fight than anything else. True. That sounds chaotic. However, all right. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. We have gotten this much done. We got these two down here finished today. I shaded, for the most part, this one from yesterday. I still need to shade this one, which I will shade, probably over the weekend at some point or later today. And then when we come back, we will finish out the Unburned, and I'll have another set of characters to scribble as well. So, I'm gonna be on my way. I've got work to do, and I'm sure all of you guys have work to do too, so you better get to it. It's getting kind of cramped here, but yes, anyway, goodbye everyone. See you later. Fucking